Hi everyone, welcome to the SMT TV channel. Okay, please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell on the right side to get a notification as and when I have the latest video. Show me some love, please like, subscribe and click the bell video. See you inside the channel.
Hi everyone, this is Colin here again. Today I want to share a little bit about what is fundamental analysis. I'll break it down into the simplest terms. What is fundamental analysis? So in fundamental analysis, there are three parts to it. Okay, so the first part of fundamental analysis is to look at what we call V. What is V? V stands for value. What is the value of a stock? Okay, so there are different ways to calculate a value or intrinsic value of a stock. You can use dividend, you can use cash flow, you can use assets to calculate what is the value of this stock. And then from there, after this, you check what is the price that's traded in the market. Let's say, example, the stock that you are researching on is Apple. Okay, and right now you check what's the price of Apple that's trading right now. So sometimes when the market is not good, when Trump says something wrong and then the market drops, okay, sometimes it can drop below the value of the stock, then it will be called undervalue. You call undervalue. Once it's undervalued, then we have what we call a MOS, which stands for margin of safety. Stands for margin of safety. So first thing first is to find the value, then check what's the price right now, and then you want to buy stocks that is undervalued, therefore you have a margin of safety. So the whole game of this value investing or fundamental analysis is to look for stocks that are undervalued, that have big margin of safety. Okay, so this figure is easy to find out because this is where you go to Google Finance or you go to Yahoo. You can actually check what's the current price of the stock. Okay, but how do you find out V? How do you find out the value of this stock? Okay, so there's a few ways. One way is maybe you can go for a value investing course, or do you want to go to become a remisier? You can learn how to calculate all this fundamental analysis where you learn how to calculate this value of the stock. Okay, another way is, which I'll show you a shortcut, okay, which is this website, okay, sgx.i3investor.com. okay, so sgx.i3investor.com, you go to this website, you can actually see under this place, okay, under price target. Can you see price target? Okay, go to price target. So under price target, this is for Singapore stocks. Of course, you can go to the other countries, but this one's for Singapore. You can go to here and then you can actually key in whatever stocks that you want to research on. Let's say, example, I want to research on Singpost or Singtel. Okay, let's say I want to research on Singtel. So from here, I will have the last price. Okay, the last price, basically what it means is the price that's traded right now in the market. Okay, then after that we have average price. Average price is, so we have all the analysts that actually gave a report on Singtel. Okay, over the last 6 months, there's a report on Singtel. They will put it over there. So in the last 6 months, there are DBS Vickers, OCBC, maybe Kiming. They actually give reports on Singtel, and their average target price is actually 369 over the last 1 month. So from here you can see that potentially there is a 64 cents upside, which represent 20% margin of safety over here. Yes or no? Okay, so you can actually go in, actually see, like example in August. Okay, in August when OCBC give a report, okay, during then the price is 315 and then they give a target price of 410, which represent a 30% upside. You can even click in and see why they actually give this report, okay, how they calculate and how they give you this target price of 410. Okay, so I would say that people who work in a stockbroking firm, they are CFAs, generally they may do even better job than you because they have their network, they have also access to the management, the company management, which some of the regular folks may not have access to. So I believe they can do a better job. I'm not saying that they replace your work. Okay, what I'm saying, you can save some time. Let's say, example, you look for a particular stock and it shows you, hey, there is no value over there, then you may not want to do any research. But let's say, example, there's value and it shows that there's value over there, then maybe you want to go in and do some more research on this stock. Does it make sense? Okay, so is it so simple? You know, just look at stocks that is undervalued. Let's say Singtel or Yukin, StarHub. Just look for them and then try to look for stocks that are undervalued. Is it so simple? The answer is no. It's not so simple. So, okay, so I'm going to share with you why is it not so simple. Okay, let's say example, you were to buy a stock, let's say in August, and you followed OCBC. That few days, you know, OCBC gave buy call, target price 410, CIMB 370, RHB 370, almost around the same date, correct or not? If you had bought any of the stock during that point of time, 350 to 320, okay? Even currently, after so many months, it's January, right? You are still underwater, you're still losing money, correct? So what happens to you? You have what we call opportunity cost. Okay, second thing is, it's very subjective. How or when do you take action? Do you take action the very first time they gave buy call? This may not be the first time even, you know. Before that, is there any buy call? Or do you follow it when it's after a few months? You know, how do you actually take action? When do you take action? That is very subjective. And who do you believe? You know, some people, RHB, last time can be a buy signal. You know, they say, oh, you can buy 370. But after a few months later, this is in August, they say buy 370 target price. And then in December, fast forward 4 months, they say, hey, no, now it's not a buy. Now become a hold. And I reduce my target price from 370 now. RHB say now the target price is 320. So they can change their mind. Okay, so how do you take action? And sometimes you think that price can go low. There's an example from 320 go to 312. You thought it go lower, you can buy already. But 312 can go to 310, 3, even 305, like right now. Okay, now the price is even lower. So low can get lower also. So these are some of the challenges with this method. Okay, and the opportunity cost, okay, is subjective, and sometimes low can get lower. So what are the solution? I will show you in the future what's the solution of a solution that's better than fundamental analysis. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you want to find out more about what is fundamental or technical analysis, you can look at it over here. Okay, so see you at the next video. Bye.